Okay, so today I'm going to make a pair of longies. I'm not going to make them in this colour, I'm going to make them in this colour scheme. And I'm going to be making newborn, whereas these ones are large, but I'll tell you how to make large as I go. Okay, so I'm going to start off with black, the perfect colour to use on a video. Excuse my family in the background. As you can tell, they're being very helpful. So I'm going to chain 30 to start with. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. That makes a change from background music, doesn't it? Right, so now make sure it isn't twisted.
2 squirrels. 1, 2.
I'll get there eventually. And
which squirrel do you like the most? Who's your favourite squirrel?
Just slip stitch
you love that
in.
Squirrel. He's a pretty squirrel.
If you can stitch your tail in as you go. I'm going to be double crocheting, so I'm going to chain up 3, fold your tail over, go under 2 yarns and have 1 below, so you should have, should have 1 below and 2 above, and the tail above your hook. And go through 2, 2, hang on, and through 2. So it's really difficult to see. Poor lighting, and I've done it with black, which is like the worst colour I've ever on camera. So now we're just going to work double crochets all the way around this chain. If you were going to do a larger size, you would do 40 chains to start off with, and then do exactly the same as what I'm doing now, and then follow all the steps that I'm going to do, because there's not really any more counting from now on. To make this, as you can see, I've used a different colour to do the first 3, and then I've used this one that gradually changes colours. If you want to do it in just one colour, you just continue doing double crochets. I've done 13 rows, and for the larger size that fit my 1-year-old quite nicely, I've done 17 rows. But it was just however many fit your child. But I do find, I know it's really diddy and short, isn't it? I do find that they actually, if you make them as long as what you think they should be, they look ridiculously too long. And you make the legs look really short and stubby, and then they work really nicely, particularly over night nappies. So I'm going to make a second leg like this. I'll show you how to change the yarn when I get to the end of this black bit here, and then I'll meet you once I've done that. I will change over onto that one, and then I'll continue to the top, and then we'll do the bum. Lovely. It's quite difficult to see because it's black wool. Just going to do the last double crochet, and then I'm going to slip stitch into the top of the 3rd stitch of that first chain we did off the hoop. So I slip stitch into there, and then I'm going to chain up 3 like I did before, and then I'm going to keep working double crochets all around again. I just thought I'd show you just in case you're a beginner and you don't know how to do that, but that's the same for both sizes. I just also thought I'd say quickly that the yarn came from this lady, if I can get it to zoom in on there, the Nappy Garden. She makes lovely wools. She does all the colours for this, and she also did this wool too, which is really beautiful. So it looks like autumn. Yeah, so keep doing rounds. I'm gonna meet you once I have done 3 rows of black in total to show you how to change in case you want to change, but you don't have to. You can do it all in one like I did the other pair. And just do however many rows you need for, how many rounds you need for your baby. Okay, so if you want to change colour, this is how you change colour. You finish off the row as normal with a double crochet, you slip stitch into the top of that chain 3, and then you've got this loop. If you were just going to continue and not change colour, you just continue and chain 3 and go off onto another row. But if you are going to change colour, leave a tail of about 2-3 inches long and snip off. Take your new yarn. This is my new one with lovely beautiful colours. You can't really see how pretty the colours are on camera because my light's rubbish, but take this, just loosely hold a loop. See, just hold, there's no knot there. Pull that through that loop, right? Yeah, I don't know how well you can see. Just gonna make it refocus right now. The tail from the original piece, so from this black, pull that tail right down until that's nice and secure. Then push that tail back around the way you're going to be going. Give this tail a tug just to make sure that loop is nice and tight on your hook rather than loose. And now ignore these 2 tails. You should have 2 tails, right? And chain up with your working yarn. Chain up 3, as you did before. So 3. Then work your tails in. So if you don't know how to do this, you go through as you normally would. So you've got your hook through the previous stitch in the previous row. Then you have the tails, and then the working yarn goes over the top of the tails and then under through the stitch. And then you just continue with your normal double crochet. And you continue working double crochet over the tails. Get the tails all nice and stitched in. Hope you can see that. Okay, but if you don't want to change colours, if you just want to do it all in one colour, just completely ignore me there and just keep going. Or you can change colours. I've done ones where I've changed colours every 2 rows, so I've got lovely stripy ones. I might put a picture of those in this video. I might not, I don't know. I've got a picture, but I don't have them with me because I don't know if you can tell, but I'm on holiday. It's only Centre Parks, but on holidays. But I like my crochet so much, I brought it on holiday with me. Yep, that is how sad I am. So, it's currently a bit rainy and dark outside. I'm sitting inside, crocheting a pair of longies. Now, this colour somehow is like, because of the size I've chosen, it's made this gorgeous effect where it goes up like that. How pretty is that? My autumn ones just went all kind of random and looked pretty cool. But these ones are going in a pattern at the moment. I don't know how that'll change when I get to the bum, but it probably will. Anyway, I'm going to go up until I've got 13 rows. If you're superstitious, go 14. And and I will meet you when I finish this leg. For the first leg that you make, you'll want to tie off and cut the yarn. For the second one, leave it attached to your yarn. Let's of course changing colour, but don't cut off if you don't need to. You can do if you really want to, but you don't need to at all. And it's a lot easier to not do it if you don't need to. So I'll meet you at the top of this leg, and as I've already made one leg, this is my second leg. Okay, and see you in a minute. Okay, so I've made both legs. This was my first one, so I've cut it off and tied it off. This is my second one, so I've still got it attached to the yarn. I've done it I've done this one 13 rows tall for a large size. So this is about like a birth to 6 month size. If you wanted it for, say, older baby, I'll probably do like, say, 6 to 12 months. I'll probably do it the same amount round, but I'll probably go 15 to 16 rows, maybe. Depends how long the legs your baby has got. For a newborn size, I'm just going to put 2 chain stitches in the middle as the crotch. Don't worry about these, you won't see them when it's done. But for an older baby, the other pair I've made, for this one, the crotch, I've put 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I put 6 in the middle there. So I'm just going to put 2, actually I might put 3. I think 3 would work better. Quite indecisive. And then we're gonna slip stitch into the top of that one there. Okay. And then we're gonna, before we do anything, we're just gonna tuck that tail from the first leg round. Tuck that tail just there. So it's that way, and then we're gonna chain up 3, just like we have done before, and then we're just gonna work rounds again. I'm just gonna go round and round and round until so for this bit, because we are going to do ribbing around the top, if you measured your baby when it's got the nappy on that it would wear, if you measure to the top of the nappy, so it's not above at all, so it's at the actual top of the nappy, then that is where we're going to be making this section up to. I'm just going to keep going round as we do with the legs, just keep working rounds and then joining back into the top of that. So we're going to put me in the crotch, and I'll show you what I mean on this pair. So this is the back, and that's just here. This is where we started, here. So I know where the thing is, and then you can see that is where, and then I've worked up to here, and then I've done this ribbing. Okay, and then through the ribbing I have a tie. So just work until you're happy, until the nappy will be just covered.